guys? Jamie here, keeping it coy. Quick update on where we're up to at the minute. There isn't much to show you outside, but somebody did mention that in a previous video I flashed the camera at a box and said that's my new pump. Yes, it was my new pump, and yes, I will show you. I've also bought some new stuff for the fish tank, and I've also bought some stuff for the koi food. So let me spin you around and I'll show you what we've been up to outside, and then we'll go inside and I'll show you what I've been up to, or what I've been purchasing. So then guys, this is what we've been up to. The hole is getting bigger, and no, that is not the hole for my bottom drain. That is the hole where one of the fence posts came out of, and that's the other one. You can kind of see how deep they were now. So I am digging down a little bit more, because I want the pond to be roughly 5 foot deep. It's 80 centimeters tall off the concrete. Excuse the mud. That's where I've been loading the buckets and wheelbarrow from. So yeah, it'll be 80 centimeters tall, obviously off the concrete. So by my calculations, I need to go down another 4 inches from where it currently is at the minute. Bags of pebbles. God, these pebbles are an absolute nightmare. Another bucket of hardcore filling up. Buckets of pebbles and bags of pebbles. I mean, you see my gloves sat next to them. I mean, they're not exactly small. They are making it very, very difficult. Just every single whack with a spade, there's another one. So yeah, it's been very difficult. Dog's gone a bit loopy. She's found a stick. And Vince, you think you've got a crazy Mexican? Get a load of that. What you doing? What you doing? Too fast for the camera. Crazy Mexican. So over here, this one is now all compacted, all filled. There's about an inch of, well, no, not an inch. There's about 1.5 centimeters, about half an inch of sand before the wood. If I can just peel a bit there, so you've got under there, you've got just an edge of wood, and then obviously your sand up to the level of the wood. So that's now all flat as a pancake, ready for the grass to be rolled and cut and then stapled into position. So yeah, that should be done within the next day or two. It's a sunny day, but unfortunately I'm in between jobs at the minute. I've got a couple of hours before I need to go back out, so I've got to try and not get too dirty, because I'm working in a customer's house, not outside. So over here though, we're sticking more soil and compacting, still going. I've changed position of where I'm going to put the shed. I was looking at very small 3x6 sheds and 3x5 sheds, so it can start from the thinner end at the back there. But you'll see under here that because of where the gate is, I've had to bring the sleepers in, and rather than putting it on a slant, that wouldn't match the path. So I've just sort of followed the path with the sleepers, and now the gate opens no problem at all. So yeah, the back end is now all going to be soil, so I've just dumped a load there at the minute, ready to whacker it down. The first layer's been whacked, and then this is what's been happening with all my old hardcore. Apart from the big blue bits you can see, these ones, every other bit of hardcore in there has been dug out from my pond. Absolutely crazy. And I'm still yet to get anywhere near finishing digging it. Unfortunately, we've had an awful lot of rain the last few days, so yeah, it's been on hold. It's dry today, and typical, I'm working all day, so I'm not really getting much done today. I was going to tinker about with it, but then I thought, no, if I get all covered in mud, I'm going to have to change, and I ain't got time for that. So rather than spend half hour digging and then buggering back off, or getting changed and then buggering back off, I decided to just have a rest this afternoon. But yeah, so I've still basically got all that shelf to dig out, and obviously these stupid lumps of concrete, whatever they may be. Again, if you know what they are, leave a comment. But yeah, if I need any more hardcore, I can smash obviously that up, and that will be it. But yeah, and then just that side to there. So I'm over halfway. You'll notice as well, I've not gone right to the very edge, just in case the amount of rain we're having. I didn't want any walls collapsing and leaving it bare underneath the concrete here. So yeah, I've left about 4 inches of soil, and once I've put the sleepers on and the insulation there. But yeah, once I put the sleepers on and then the insulation, I'm not insulating it all the way down to the floor. I'm only insulating it to just below the concrete level, because I feel insulating it down to the floor will actually make my pond colder than it would warmer. The reason behind that is where we are here in Peterborough, where I am in Peterborough, the water table is so low here, even though it's a flood risk area apparently, but the water table is so low here that the ground itself, once you're about 3 or 4 inches under the ground, is always 7 degrees or hotter, even during winter. When there's snow on the ground, if you dig down 4 inches and put a thermometer in, it's still 7 degrees. So yeah, I feel insulating all the way down is going to affect the temperature of the pond more, because it's almost like I've got a built-in heater, I suppose. If the water temperature wants to start dropping below 7 degrees, I don't think I'd ever let it get that low, but if it did, then the ground itself will be 7 degrees, so that will actually be keeping it warm. Yes, in the summer it's going to have the opposite effect, because obviously it takes a lot longer for the ground to warm up, so in the summer it will cool the pond down a little bit. But I would rather have a happy medium than a really hot pond in summer and a really cold pond in winter. So I think that's the decision I'm going with. These guys are doing really well. We'll just have a quick peek at them. They have all grown ridiculously. I mean, that Matsuba, the big one in front of you there, he was about 40 centimetres when I picked him up. I had him out yesterday. Was it yesterday? Yeah, had him out yesterday, and he is already 43. So yeah, I've been reducing the temperature in here. It's down to 14 now, because the old electric bills are getting a bit crazy. But he's fatty. He's grown tremendously as well. I picked him up the beginning of summer at 32 centimetres. He's now 38 centimetres. So he's doing well. Yeah, because I've dropped the temperature, as you can see on the shag there, the koi pox on his fin and nose and tail has come back. But yeah, I'm hoping he'll grow out of it eventually. But yeah, they're all happy as Larry in there though. The bottom tier of the back of your shower is doing alright. I'd say it's just a shame I can't really get the other two sections up. I mean, with the wind we've been having lately as well, which apologies for the wind, I'm sure you guys can probably hear it. It's a bit of a breezy day. Yeah, with the wind, I wouldn't want to risk trying to balance that little black box filter up that high, because if that blows over in the night, then I'm going to be royally buggered. These guys still having issues with. Some have healed and some just won't. Crazy Mexican barking at a dog about 10 miles away. You can just hear a dog in the background. And she likes to join in. Nala, good girl. But yeah, these guys, if I can get a view of any of them. Little golden tench, hello little golden tench. Always hiding down the back. The windows are really dirty, so we're probably not going to see a lot through the window. The main one that I'm struggling to heal is that shower. He's facing the wrong way at the minute, but just on the other side of his tail he has quite a large ulcer now. It's about an inch. It was healing when I first put them in here with the salt. It started to close up, but unfortunately now it's getting worse again. Still tropically treating it. There's still salt in the pond. I'm actually starting to switch their food over to all seasons with garlic now. Hopefully that might help boost the immune system and help a little as well. But yeah, we're still fighting it. But hopefully I'm going to win, because as I say, 2 of them in there that did have ulcers are pretty much healed now. So yeah, it's just a fighting battle, and at the moment the infection on that particular fish is winning. But anyway, as I say, what I'll do now, I'll take you inside and I'll show you what I've been buying, what my new... In fact, I'll tell you what, actually, before I take you inside, I'll show you the air pump. I've got it off at the minute because I've just been tinkering with this little pond. Just cleaned all the filters and everything. But yeah, the filter I've got is under the pond. It's an Evolution Aqua EA pump. As you can see there, it's the AP70. And I tell you what, it is a great little pump. 70 litres a minute, way too powerful for this for this little vat. So what I've done, I've got two of the airlines fully open and just going nowhere, as you can see, and 2 of the airlines nearly fully open, one which is split between 2 slightly smaller air stones, and then one that's got one of the ones that came in the box. And yeah, when I turn this on, it really is a jacuzzi. I don't know if where the air pumps are, but I'm gonna leave it off for a little while though, because they have plenty of water movement in there between obviously the water coming out of the backy shower and then the water being pumped around the aquarium filter there. It's I've set, I'll see if I can show you, I've set that up so it actually blows the water and creates a flow, because obviously the backy shower, well, bit of a backy shower is facing straight down. The aquarium is sat on the side there, and as you can see by these bubbles, that's creating a real nice flow there. Look at the fish now. Hyotsuri there. Well, I'm not sure if it's a Hyotsuri or Kyotsuri. It keeps going dark orange and then yellow and then back to dark orange. But yeah, they're huge. Not compared to obviously some of you guys, but for what they were when I put them in here in the end of the summer, they've probably doubled in size since then. And it's only been what are we now? We're end of October now. Yes, I know. I'm a little bit ahead of you guys on my on getting my videos up, but you're catching up with me, because I was 5 or 6 videos ahead. Now I'm only about 3 or 4 videos ahead, because that is taking a lot longer to dig than I thought it would. But anyway, let's show you what I've bought. So here we are guys, inside now, nice and warm. Fry are doing great, still really cloudy in there. They've just been fed, so they're all looking extra fat. I've upped their feed, rather than the amount that I showed you last time in that cap. They now get half a cap 3 or 4 times a day. Unfortunately, that little deformed one that we had, the little yellow one, unfortunately his mouth was also slightly deformed, and he didn't make it. But the rest absolutely fine, no problems. Although I think one of them has had half of their tail bitten off. Yeah, I've got to keep a close eye on that one. It's a bit hard tropically treating a fry of that size, because he's only about an inch long, bless him. It's one of the smaller ones. So yeah, keep my eye on that. I don't really want to put any acroflavin in there, because the filters, I'll explain that in a minute, but they're not doing as well as they normally do. So what I've been buying, that is not aqua sauce, that's an aqua sauce tub with the fry mix that I've got in there. I've got a bit of stage 1, stage 2 and stage 3 all mixed together in that pot, and that's what I'm feeding them. But to help with the tank, I've put some zeolite in there. Obviously that just removes the ammonia, and without loads of ammonia then you don't get loads of nitrite and nitrate, so that's helping. It's actually done okay. It's only been in there a week, but yeah, it's already starting to reduce the nitrite level, so that's helping. I've bought a new bottom cleaner for the old fish tank. That's my old siphon, the blue one, but I've bought this one, and I've adapted the end to suit, because I don't actually have any gravel in there, using a bit of the old HA6 silicone and a bit of plastic off a Chinese takeaway tub. I've sealed the vent holes so I can get a good suction, and that just whiz that scraper over the bottom of the pond. I've also, as you can see, just sanded it a bit more flat there as well, and that just sucks up everything now off the bottom. So yeah, there's not that anything really does settle, but a few bits that do when I'm doing a water change. I might as well kill 2 birds with 1 stone. Got that on the Bay of E. Yeah, if anybody has a fish tank and wants one, gravel cleaner with glass scraper. Comes with other attachments as well. I think there's 2 other attachments, and also although it's quite a long pole, actually the clear one underneath with the red end there, that's a joining clip. You can actually double it up, have it double as long, so that comes in handy if you've got a really big tank. So this is my air pump that I got. I bought it as a kit because I went to Japan Koi Imports to get this. Go see Mark, great chap. But yeah, as a full kit for now, it come with 2 new air stones, which I could have done with anyway. Come with a splitter, which I needed anyway, and God knows how many meters of height. Oh, 10 meters. Clearly states there on the box. There, 10 meters. In Netherlands, there is English on the box somewhere as well. That's the front of the box. But yeah, the reason why I went for this, in the shop there at Japan Koi Imports, on the shelf they had a 40 or a 90. Now, even for my new pond, 90 would be way too much. Way too much. And 40, I'm going to have a bottom drain, which that would have been suitable for that, but I'm also really considering and thinking about getting the drum, which if I do, it's only got a small moving media area, but I would need some air obviously for that as well. And rather than run 2 pumps, I thought I could buy this. If obviously if I only end up with the drum, if I only end up with the bottom drain and not the drum, then I can just siphon some of this off, maybe add a couple of little air stones in the pond, and just stick with a one valve. But yeah, it's just ideal because it's powerful enough to power the both, which is why I got it. Plus it comes with everything I need for the moment until my new pond's built. I have also got an extra little filter because, as I said before, the fry was suffering with high nitrites. The box is a bit battered now, and I've just dropped it. But I bought myself one of these little guys, little Quanvi air filter, basically, which is, you can probably hear it bubbling away at the back. I've got it set, or got the water a bit higher than I should have, really. Tank needs a damn good clean again. Yeah, you can't really see it because obviously the tank's way too murky to be able to see it, but it's doing well. It's collecting an awful lot on the foams, and obviously the foams themselves will also hold a bit of bacteria. And I know Vince has had tanks before only using air filters, so I thought, wow, why not? So I've got this one, which is the little one. It's the QS100A, but because it works better than I was expecting it to, I've also ordered the slightly larger one, the QS200A, and that'll go on my other airline that you can see down there bubbling away. Well, kind of see, as I say, they haven't had their water change yet today. I normally do that in the evening, so it's extra murky at the minute. And lastly, what I've got is the old food storage bin. Great bit of kit, cheap as chips on the Bay of E again. $13.99. That was nearly the same price as the larger filter that I've ordered. But yeah, great little food storage bin. Got a secure lid with a clip lock, rubber seal all the way around, stop damp and bugs getting in there and ruining the food. And it comes with a scoop. I mean, for the amount of fish I've got at the minute and the size of them, I think that scoop will be way too much food in one go for them at the minute. But it saves me getting me fingers fishy. Yeah, so when the new one of these arrives, should be any day now, but what I'll do, I'll actually do a setup video of it, because great bit of kit these. Not only is it obviously a sponge filter when the air comes in here at the bottom, goes up the spout, out the top, and that obviously draws the water, which is then sucked through the foams and goes up with the air. But these have got two little canisters here, which you can actually put media in. So that's where I've put some of the smaller bits of zeolite in there, and I've also got a bag of zeolite at the back that air filter is pumping into to keep the flow and circulation moving through it. The fish seem to like hiding the other side of that, so I'm guessing it's working. And I've also got a massive bag of all seasons with garlic. So yeah, as I said, in the small pond outside, I'll be switching over to that. I've got wheat germ for the bottom pond that they're currently they're getting at the moment. That's that bag. That's colour enhancing, and the bag of high protein is gone. It's in my little food pot out there. It's got the high protein in at the minute. I like these little pots that Evo Aqua do their 1 kilo foods in. They're really good. But as you can see there, this one was all seasons with garlic, but it's not anymore. But yeah, so yeah, when that new little filter gets here, I'll show you that. £9 I think for the bigger one, or £9 something, and it was about £8 something for the smaller one, so not very expensive again. But yeah, I'm better get myself to work now, so I'll call it a day here. When I finish, get these guys some fresh water. That'll clear it up a bit again for a couple of hours, and then it'll be back to murky. But it just baffles me. I mean, it's not dirty. It's just cloudy. I mean, I check. Obviously, the small filter here has got where there has got filter floss in the top, the really thick stuff that I showed you guys the other day there, just about an inch and a half thick. So you know, no dirt is certainly getting through it, but it's just cloudy. When I've got the light on, I don't know if you'll be able to pick it up on the camera, but when I've got the light on, you can actually see the clouds being moved in the water. No, it's not picking it up really very well on the phone. But yeah, it's just cloudy. Don't know. I mean, when I've had grow-ons in there before, it goes really cloudy for a while, then it clears up, then it goes really cloudy again, and I don't know. As I say, the bottom of the tank gets vacuumed now regularly with my my new siphon thing, so it's definitely no dirt left on the bottom. It's got 3 filters on it now, soon to be 4. So yeah, if anyone's got any ideas, any of you fish tank owners out there that have had fish tanks for a while, yeah, give me some ideas. Got filter floss in both filters now. I've got a small piece of filter floss in the 305 down there, but yeah, so yeah, I'm going to get myself to work, and then this evening I've got lots of jobs to do. I've got to get the all seasons in the bucket. The coppens there, that's not going in a bucket, that's just for the grow-ons when they're big enough to eat it. That was for my old grow-ons, but I don't know, there's not many people that knows this this one, but it's the one that most carp farms use, that grow mirror carp and that kind of thing. Special Pro EF, 3 mil, so they're a bit small for it at the minute. There's a couple in there that can take them, but they're still a bit, you know, they're giant for them. But yeah, it's really high on protein. Don't know if I can... This is a 15 kilo bag, so it weighs a fair bit. It's on here somewhere. I don't know. I can't read it from here. My eyes aren't that good, but I don't know whether you guys can see it on the camera there. But yeah, it's if you can find this stuff, I got this bag on again the Bay of E, but it's actually about £10 cheaper than all the ones that they use for koi. Yeah, does exactly the same thing, and it's actually higher protein than most of them. Because as I say, it's the one that was designed for carp farms, where they spawn and grow mirror, common carp, or you know, general carp for supply of I suppose all the fisheries and whatnot. So yeah, check that stuff out if you can find it. Worth a look. Obviously the listing will tell you exactly all the proteins and fats and all that, but yeah, definitely worth a look. It really gets the grow-ons to grow ridiculously fast. They actually grow faster, in my opinion, on that than they do on the fry food, although that's meant to be 53% as well. Don't know what you're doing, trying to eat my staple gun. You don't want to be doing that. Muddy digging shoes. Right, like I say, I'll call it a day there. Got to get to work. Bye from me. Bye from her. Keeping it koi.